There is a saying, a person becomes as big as his thoughts. This is an eternal truth that has been proven through the lives of successful people throughout history. In his famous book, Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill said that a person's life becomes the reflection of what he keeps thinking about. Then why can't most people become successful? Do they not think? Or do they fail to discover their own potential? Today's story will help you find the answer to that question. So listen to the story until the end. I can promise you, this video might change you. Once there was a beggar who lived at a railway station in a city. That beggar used to survive by asking for alms from the passengers sitting on the trains that arrived at the station. One day, when the beggar went to ask for alms, he noticed a wealthy man wearing a suit and tie. The beggar thought to himself that this man must be very rich, and if he asked him for alms, he would surely give a lot of money. So the beggar went to the rich man and started asking for alms. But after looking at the beggar, the rich man said, "Do you always just take from people? Have you ever given something to someone in return?" Hearing this, the beggar was surprised and said, "Sir, I am just a beggar. I survive by begging from people. How could I possibly have the ability to give something to someone?" Then the rich man said, "If you cannot give anything to anyone, then you also have no right to ask anything from others. I am a businessman, and I believe in exchange. If you have something to give me, then I can give you something in return. But if you cannot give me anything, then I cannot give you anything either." After saying this, the rich man got on the train and left. The beggar sat there thinking about the words the businessman had said. He thought that he had been begging for so long, but no one had ever said something like this to him before. Although the businessman did not say anything wrong, if he could not give anything to someone, then how could he expect to receive something from others? Then the beggar thought that maybe this was the reason why people did not give him much money, because in return for the alms, he could not give them anything. After that, the beggar thought, "I am just a beggar. What could I possibly give to someone else?" But another thought came to his mind. How long would he keep asking people for things without giving them anything in return? Finally, the beggar made a decision. From today onward, whoever gives him alms, he will definitely give them something in return. But the problem was, what could he possibly give people in exchange for alms? While thinking about this, 2 days passed. During those 2 days, the beggar did not even beg. On the 3rd day, while sitting at the station, he noticed some flower plants across the station. Those plants had many flowers blooming on them. Then he thought, what if I give people a flower in return for their alms? So the beggar decided that from that day on, instead of just begging, he would give a flower in return. He picked some flowers and went to the train with them in his hand. From then on, whenever someone gave him alms, the beggar would give that person a flower, and people happily kept the flower with them. Now the beggar brought flowers every day. Whoever gave him money, he gave them a flower. Within a few days, the beggar noticed something interesting. More people had started giving him alms. As long as he had flowers, people gave him more money. But when the flowers were finished, people stopped giving him much. This continued every day. One day, when the beggar got onto the train to ask for alms, he saw that same businessman sitting there, the one because of whom he had started giving flowers instead of just begging. The beggar quickly went to the businessman and said, "Today, I have something to give you. If you give me alms, I will give you some flowers in return." The businessman gave him some money, and the beggar gave him a few flowers. The businessman liked the beggar's idea very much. So he said, "Today you have also become a businessman like me." After saying that, the businessman took the flowers, got off the train, and left. Once again, the beggar started thinking about the businessman's words. He wondered, how could I possibly become a businessman? After thinking deeply, the beggar realized something. Now he could become successful, because he had finally discovered the secret of success. The beggar got off the train and shouted loudly while looking at the sky, "I am not a beggar. I am a businessman. I can become like that rich businessman. I can become rich too." When the beggar was shouting these words, the people around him thought that he had probably gone crazy. And from the next day, the beggar was no longer seen at the station. 6 months later, 2 men wearing suits started their journey at that same station. They looked at each other and shook hands. The first man said, "Do you recognize me?" The second man said, "No, I do not think I recognize you. I believe this is the first time we are meeting." The first man smiled and said, "We have actually met twice before on this train. I am the same beggar to whom you once told what I should do in life. And the second time we met, you told me who I really was." Hearing this, the second man smiled in surprise and said, "Now I remember. You were that beggar to whom I once refused to give alms. The second time, I bought some flowers from you. But where are you going now wearing this suit? What do you do these days?" The first man replied, "Yes, I am that same beggar. But today, I am a very big flower businessman. I am traveling to another city for business." After a moment of silence, he continued, "What you told me during our first meeting was actually a rule of nature. We receive something only when we give something. I understood that very well. But even then, I always thought of myself as a beggar. I never thought beyond that. But the second time when we met, you told me that I had also become a businessman. That was when I realized that people were not giving me alms. They were actually paying for the flowers. Every person was buying my flowers because they could not find them cheaper anywhere else. Even though I was a small businessman in people's eyes, in my own eyes, I was still a beggar. But after hearing your words, I finally realized that I was a small businessman. Then I used my savings to buy many flowers and started a flower business. People nowadays love flowers, and their love for flowers has made me a very big flower businessman today." After finishing their conversation, they got off the train and went their separate ways. Life becomes what we believe it to be. It depends on our perspective. If you think of yourself as small, you will remain small. But if you recognize the potential within yourself, you too can achieve something great one day. So never think of yourself as small. See yourself as a successful, powerful, and capable person. Because when your thoughts change, your future will also change. If you liked this video, please like it. Let us know in the comments what lesson you learned from this story. And share it, so others can also watch it. Thank you for staying with us. See you again with another inspiring story.